Hi Yoga Vidya community, it's Kat here. I'll be guiding you through a short but fiery and strong practice today. So this is a great practice if you want to start your morning feeling super energized, or even if you're needing a little bit of a pick-me-up, midday pick-me-up to keep you motivated and really help you stand in your own personal power. All right, so we're going to start by laying on our fronts. So coming into crocodile, placing both hands just on top of each other, allowing the forehead to connect to the knuckles. So come lying on down. As you lay down, be mindful of creating this sense of length. So allow the hips to soften. And as you do, just start to wriggle the tops of the feet to the furthest point you can. Stretch the arms out long first, so really stretch the fingertips forward, find length, and then on the exhale, bend the elbows, allowing the forehead to connect to the knuckles. And just take a couple of moments here, maybe rolling the forehead left to right, giving the third eye this place between the eyebrows. A bit of a massage, activating our inner wisdom. And then if it feels right for you, just coming into stillness. And we're going to take 3 expansive breaths here. So as you breathe in, really feel the sense of enlivening through the back body. So breathing in through the nose, deep belly breath here. Feel the back body starting to spark alive. Exhale, gently release the breath. So just another 3 rounds in your own time. So we're sending the breath to the back body, as these days we are sitting a lot and our posterior chain may not get light, it may not get exposed as much as it normally does. So we want to just start to send this energy to awaken through the muscles. Okay, final breath here, deep belly breath, inhale. Breathe into the back. Exhale, open the mouth, release. Alright, and then from here, we're going to come into Lovelace. So that's what I know as the name in a yin practice. I don't know what we call it in a yang, but simply start to slide the hands, crossing at the elbows, the triceps, wherever they land. So just make sure that it feels good in your body. So I'm just adjusting the mic here, just so that it doesn't get muffled. Nice. So just crossing the arms. And as you can see, mine are crossing up the triceps here. So really reach out with the fingertips. And then allow the chin to gently rest on the bicep or wherever it lands in your body. So as you breathe here, you'll notice this sensation predominantly on the right shoulder. Allow the breath to guide you into the shape. So with each breath in, we're creating more space, and also this sense of awareness of the areas that we're targeting. And then with the exhale, allow the release to coax you into a deeper experience of the shape. If you want a little bit more, so just spin around so you get a different visual. You can curl the toes under and then just simply shift forward. So what this does, it allows a little bit more weight, opening up through that right shoulder. the deltoid, especially through the posterior chain. You might also feel it along the lats, the latissimus dorsi, resting the head completely and just allowing the crown to gravitate towards the earth. You may even start to experience a gentle opening through the back of the neck. Just one more breath here. And then on the exhale, you're going to bend the right knee. So if you get stuck, just make sure that it's in line with the hips. Okay, so from here, we're going to open up. So transition, slow, controlled transition here. Start to lean back onto the left shoulder. We're going to come into a twist here. So you're going to extend through the right arm. And if you can, if it feels good to you right now, coming straight into twisted roots. So if first option, just keeping the knee bent. So you're literally sliding open, maybe lifting the shoulders, allowing them to find a home on the earth. And then if you're taking the twisted roots option, you're simply going to draw the left knee underneath the right and just find that double wrap around the shins. So the right foot is wrapping around the left calf or the ankle, whatever that looks like in your body. If you want a little bit more, just turn your gaze towards the right hand. Here, try to release any control of the hips, your sideways. Allow the breath to guide you throughout the practice, guiding you from shape to shape and creating more space as the knees start to release towards the earth. Deep breath here. One more breath. Exhale. We're simply going to come back the way we came, so just unbind the legs, straighten them. This time, take the right arm and then slide it under the left, coming into Lovelace, or this crossing of our triceps or the elbows. And again, just moving into this with awareness. Allow the chin to rest on whichever part of the arm the cross is looking like for you. Really breathe into that left outer shoulder. And allowing it to release and open. And again, if you want to take that option, you can curl the toes under. Shift the hips forward, adding a little bit more weight, creating more sensations. Breathing here, spacious, expansive, controlled breaths. If you have an Ujjayi practice, feel free to start to connect to Ujjayi, victorious breath, stoking that fire within. Okay, final breath here. And I'll just turn around so you get a different visual. You're going to bend the knee. And then this time we're going to lean over to the right. Okay, so we're leaning over to the right, the knee is bent in line with the hip. You're going to peel the left arm open, lift the right shoulder so that our shoulders are firmly connected towards the earth. If you're taking twisted roots, right knee connects underneath the left and find that double wrap. So this time the right leg is double wrapping underneath the left. And relax. Each time sending space and breath into the left side ribs, opening this area, creating more freedom and space for us to breathe deeply. All right, one final breath here. Inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to come back through to center and stretching both arms forward here. So really reach out and just wriggle the hips back, extend the feet, find length first, relax the shoulders down as you wrap the upper arms in towards the midline. Then slide the hands so that the elbows come directly underneath the shoulders, coming into Sphinx. So really press into the thumb and first finger mount. Squeeze the elbows in and then start to lift the heart forward and up. So try not to drop the head back, which happens a lot. So activating Jalandhara Bandha, chin lock, so those energetic locks, gentle drawing of the chin to chest. So it's not completely collapsing it, it's just pulling it back so that we extend through the neck. Breathe. So keeping this active here, there's a gentle drawing of the navel to spine. Notice what happens in the hip, lower back when you do that. Squeeze the elbows in, press into the hands, especially the thumb and first finger mount. Pull the heart forward and up. You may want to extend through the elbows. You may want to start to explore a deeper expression, just being really mindful and aware of any sharpness that you may feel in the lower back. Breathe. Okay, so just one last breath here, maybe finding a higher seal. Pull the heart forward, and then on the exhale, we're simply going to come into an active balasana. So big toes together, knees widen, and then start to peel the hands off the earth as you come up onto the fingertips. So keeping this active. So we'll turn around. So here in our active balasana, child's pose, the hips gravitate towards the heels as we start to create space between each vertebrae. So visually start to see space between each part of the spine. So lengthening all the way towards our cervical spine. So where the crown, the skull meets the top of the spine. Staying on the fingertips and just notice how the shoulders start to collapse in. Can you peel the shoulders away, allowing them to gravitate towards the earth? And if you're there, maybe the forehead connects towards the earth. Breathe. Breathe into the outer hips, the lower back. Send the breath up the entire spine and relaxing the shoulders back and down. One final breath here. And on your exhale, you're going to plant the hands, start to slide the hands back. We're going to come into a Virasana. So just on your shins, if that's comfortable for you. So if it's not, maybe you come into Sukhasana, cross-legged. So from here, and I'll just spin around. I'm on my shins, my hips are connected to the heels. Feel this sense of strength and power in the lower part of the body as you start to engage your legs. So without moving, just starting to sort of draw everything in. So think of like hugging the outer hips in. Then gently draw the navel to spine. And then as you breathe in, feel the crown of the head start to reach for the sky. And as you exhale, there's this gentle peeling back of the front of the shoulders. Relax through the face, smile. Take a deep inhale, reaching the arms out wide. Bringing the palms to touch. And then on the exhale, we're going to cactus the arms, so elbows in line with the shoulders. Really spread the fingertips here. So just notice when we're, okay, everyone just relax the fingers. Notice how that feels energetically. Now spread the fingers. Okay, notice how that starts to cultivate this active and awakened experience of energy in the body. So from here, we're going to start to cat-cow this pose, all right? So just start to lift the heart forward, and you're starting to draw the elbows towards the sky. So gentle lifting of the heart up. And then on the exhale, you're going to bring the elbows in towards one another, really rounding the spine. So prayer hands, but press them in. Squeeze here. Round through the spine, really round, opening up through the back body. Now inhale, lengthen, rise out of the hips, elbows in line with the shoulders, lift the heart up, cactus. Keep the chin close to the chest. Exhale, rounding. So just another 3 rounds here. Really round through the spine, through the shoulders. This time rounding forward, creating that opening through our back body. Inhale. Exhale, slow, controlled movements here. Connecting to your own sense of control. Lifting the heart up. Exhale. One more time here. And this time, start to draw the elbows towards the side ribs. Draw the low ribs down towards the hips. Then you're going to interlace the hands. So find the opposite grip, or the awkward and funky grip. So changing our neural pathways or our default ways of being. All right, so here, really squeeze the elbows in. Draw the ribs back into the body. Now extend the palms away from the hips. Okay, so really feel the heart being pulled forward and up. And then on the exhale, we're going to bring the bound hands towards your left hip. Again, squeeze the elbows in. Draw the low ribs down. This time we're bringing the left ear towards the left shoulder. And you've got 3 breaths here just to really feel into the different areas of the neck as we move the chin in different directions. Notice all the sensations that are happening along the right neck, side of the neck, even sort of down towards the upper traps. One more breath here. And on the exhale, release back to center. Stay for the breath as you peel the front of the shoulders back. Low ribs down, draw the navel to spine. This time, we're going to bring the bound hands towards the right hip. And squeeze the elbows in towards one another. Take a lengthening breath in, and then on the exhale, you're going to draw the right ear towards the right shoulder. 3 breaths here. Deep belly breath. Really explore how these subtle, minuscule movements can shift our experience. So bringing a sense of control, but this curious nature of awareness. All right, last breath. And then on your exhale, extend the arms all the way back. Find your deepest expression here. Breathe into the heart space. Pull the bound hands back. And then on the exhale, let's come into a forward fold. So just allowing the forehead to come down towards the earth. Reaching the arms overhead. And this time, just relinquish control here. Allowing gravity to work its magic, do its thing. And then on the exhale, just starting to unravel the hands. Don't know about you, but I've got all tingly fingers here, and just resting the arms down by your side, completely relinquishing control through our shoulders and our arms. Breathing. One more breath here. And on the exhale, come up into an upright position. And then I'm gonna meet you in a neutral cat position. So start on this side here. Shoulders stack the wrists. Right, spread the fingertips. Hips stack over the knees. And just notice here what your natural tendencies are. You dumping into your shoulders, so really press down and out. Feel this lifting sensation. Scoop the belly up and then broaden the collarbones. The neck is long. And then curl the toes under. We're gonna lift the knees up. We're gonna hold it here. So start to really connect to Ujjayi, that victorious breath. So inhaling through the nose, gentle constriction of the back of the throat as you exhale, creating that beautiful, calming and presencing breath, Ujjayi. Hold it, scoop up the belly, the hips are in line with the shoulders here, stoking that fire with each breath in. Visualize that fire becoming larger, more bright. You got this. Breathe. Really press down as you lift out of the earth. One more breath here. On your exhale, extend through the knees, downward dog. So our first downward dog, really press into the heels of the palms, spread the fingertips as you lengthen the arms back, lifting the hips up towards the sky. And then the knees are slightly bent here. The inner thighs spiral away from the body, and just notice if you're just completely dumping into the pose. So find a sense of lifting and pressing back. So in downward dog, we want to create this extension of the spine, relax the head and neck, eyes towards the shins. If it's comfortable, maybe bring the heels down towards the earth, making sure that it's not at the expense of the lower back. Feel the side body long and spacious, breathing into the side ribs. One last breath here. And then on the exhale, we're going to peel our way through to Phalakasana, plank pose. So feel free to come onto the knees. But as this is a fiery pose, I'm going to stay in a full plank. And if you are so either way the cues will be the same, okay? So just shift forward slightly. So really feel those inner thighs spiraling towards the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. Scoop the belly up. Feel length along the spine and then broaden the collarbones. Breathe and smile. Breathing Ujjayi breath. Connect to that fire within. One more breath here. And then on the exhale, we're going to take a big step to the top of the mat. Coming into our halfway lift. So Uttanasana here, Ardha Uttanasana. Peel the shoulders back, crown reaches forward. The hands are lightly planted on the shins. Scoop the belly up. Use that core here, stoking that fire. Your personal power, exhale, forward fold. And just coming into this fold, rocking the heel to the toes, just forwards and back, feeling this sense of balance. And then lift the toes, spread them, creating space between each toe, coming into a deeper fold. So if this doesn't feel good in the thighs, remember keeping the knees bent will give you that space and freedom to really open up through your posterior chain. Allow the chest to completely connect and drape over the thighs. You can grab onto opposite elbows, maybe sway left to right, or maybe a fiery version of this. More stronger is what the body is craving for today. If you are just coming into stillness, maybe starting to extend through the legs, straightening the knees, that is. You'll feel that opening especially along the hamstring. So we want to be quite careful here that we're not overstretching the tendons and the ligaments. One more breath. Inhale, press and root into the earth as you rise out, reaching the arms out. Bring the palms to touch, create length first. And then on the exhale, bring the hands down, Samasthiti. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, release. All right, from here, I'm gonna just come into one sun salutation. So inhale, lifting up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. If you like, maybe you want to do a bit of a jump back. If you are, knees are bending, strengthen through the legs. Jump straight back into your Chaturanga or low plank. Inhale, I'm demonstrating upward dog. So peel the front of the shoulders back and down. Draw the hips forward as well as the heart. Feel free to come into Cobra if that's better for your body whenever this is. Come straight into down dog here. So press into the hands. So just feel as if I'm standing behind your hips. I've got my hands in your hip flexors. Okay, so just here. And I'm pulling your hips back while you're pulling your arms or you're pressing your hands into the earth. So get that experience of push and pull, the experience of expansion and length. One more breath. And then on the exhale, we shift the shoulders forward, bring the right foot to the right hand. Back leg in and down, 45 degrees. Here we're coming into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana One. So here, just bring the right hand into the right hip first. So really help pull that right hip back. You're going to wrap the right hip under and in. Reach forward with the left arm. Then both arms come up towards the sky. Warrior One. So press down into the feet and really feel this expansive energy pressing it out at the same time. So Warrior One here. Another 3 breaths. So 5 in total. So allow the hips to square forward. You're deep into your right lunge here and you're pressing out into that left leg. Relax the shoulders down. Feel into this sense, the energetic power that these warrior poses can cultivate within ourselves. One more breath. And then on the exhale, we're just going to simply come into Warrior Two. So you may need to adjust the back foot. Open up here. Really feel the fingertips being stretched. Feel length. Relax the shoulders down. If your right knee is collapsing in, can you press it out? So feel the legs are hugging in towards one another, but then also pressing out that expansive energy. Gaze, soften them over the right fingertips. And stay in the warrior here. Outer hip wraps in towards the midline. Scoop the belly up. Deep, powerful breath. And then on the exhale, we're going to straighten through that right leg, shift forward. Coming straight into our triangle pose from here. So find length along the left side body. Fingertips really reaching out to either side. Your right knee is micro bent if you're super flexy. And then we're going to simply tip the arms down, creating one long line from right hand to left. Remember, you can take the shin. If you are, try not to just dump into it. So use this as leverage to find lift. And then take your left hand, grab onto your ribs here, pull them forward. Okay, so really pull that forward first, and then start to extend through the left arm. Relax the shoulders back. And then the chin can start to connect towards the left armpit. And without moving it, just run your gaze up the left arm towards the thumb. If it feels comfortable. Notice here my right shoulder starting to collapse in. I'm peeling it back. One more breath. And then on our exhale, we're going to come up Coming into reverse Trikonasana, so just bringing the right bicep along the ear. If you like, you can bring that gaze, same method. Bring the chin towards the armpit, run the gaze towards the hand. Open up through that right side body. Enjoy this stretching and this spacious opening. Okay, exhale. This time we're going to bend into the knee. Back into warrior for just a moment as we come into our extended side angle. So right hand just connects towards on top of the right knee here. So here, notice we're just hanging out, press down and out. Okay, from here, really press into the big right toe and then we'll wrap the right seat under and in towards the midline. Press out into that left leg and then the left arm is going to reach for the sky. And stay deep in the lunge here, pull everything into the midline and then press it out at the same time. Breathe. And stoking that fire. One more breath here. And then on our exhale, we're going to come all the way back up to our, just extending the arms here. And we're going to pivot the left toes forward. From here, so coming into, so just make sure that the feet are hip width apart so you're not standing on a tightrope. Then we're going to wrap the right arm, the left arm, right arm under the left arm. Sorry, I was getting confused. So right arm under the left arm, coming into Garudasana here. Bring the elbows up towards the sky. So start to lift up as you pull back. Sorry, come into that lunge. All right, so from here, coming back into our warrior one, back leg in and down. And then elbows in line with the shoulders. Send the forearms away if you want a little bit more opening through the shoulder. Breathe. Warrior one, legs here. Garudasana, eagle arms. Really get a little lower into your lunge. And then we're going to pivot on that left foot, coming into our balancing. So Virabhadrasana 3 with our eagle Garudasana arms. So start to lean forward. Hug the right hip in, stay on the left toe, start to drag them, maybe lift up. If you are, once you are, really press out into the heel. So flex the toes, drop that left hip down, reach out with the fingertips, hug the outer hips in towards the midline. Strong foundation here. Feel into your fire, breathe. Scoop the belly up, stay with it, breathing here. Exhale, finding this sense of calm amongst the storm. Press out to really feel the energy pulling all the way out. One more breath here. On your exhale, come all the way up to standing like a pendulum. Keep that back leg lifted. And then we're going to come into a figure four. So the knee is going to bring the ankle over the right knee here. Breathe. And send the hips back. Those that want, maybe start to connect the knees on top of each other. Squeeze everything in here. All right, balancing, send the hips back, scoop the belly up, lengthen the tailbone, lift the elbows in line with the shoulders. You're almost there. Squeeze everything into center. You got this. Last breath, and I'm all wobbly, embrace it. Exhale, release the arms. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms for the sky. Exhale, cactus as you lift the heart up. And then coming back to Samastiti. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open the mouth, release. All right, beautiful work, everyone. So we're going to do that now on the opposite side. Right, so promise you a strong but short and fiery sequence this morning. So I might just come to the top here. Take a deep inhale, reaching the arms up. Find length as the feet stay rooted in the earth. Exhale, forward fold. So just a bit of movement, shifting energy. Inhale, coming to the Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, coming to the earth. If you'd like, take a jump back. If not, just step back. I'm going to jump back here, straight into my Chaturanga. So just slow, controlled movements here, keeping the fire burning. Exhale, bend the elbows, graze the side ribs, lower down. Inhale, if you're coming into Cobra, the elbows slightly bent. Otherwise, up dog, arms are straight, micro bending at the elbows, pulling the hips and heart forward. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep inhale here, create space between at the back body. Exhale, press into the hand, press into the feet. And just another 3 deep conscious breaths here. So again, feel that sensation of me at the back pulling at the hips, and you staying connected to the earth as you press into the hands, finding length and space between each part of our spine. Final breath. Exhale, release. Inhale. Left foot comes to the top of the mat. Back leg in and down for Virabhadrasana 1. Take the left hand, pull the left hip back, reach your right arm forward, then come all the way up to Virabhadrasana. 5 breaths here. So pinky fingers curl in towards one another, creating space in our shoulders. So just notice if the back leg's collapsing in, can you press out? Hips are square towards the front, and draw the left knee out if it's collapsing in. Remember to smile. Really feel into this powerful pose, this strength that warrior gives us. Standing in our own personal power, our own truth. Final breath here. On the exhale, you're going to shift the back leg, opening up to Warrior 2. So I'll spin around this time. So Warrior 2, heel to arch alignment. Reach out with the fingertips, knee stacks over the ankle, and you press out into that right heel. Breathe. Again, strong warrior heel. Stay in the fire as you breathe in, deep breath. Exhale, release any internal dialogue that's not serving you in this moment. Smile, soften through the eyes. Final breath here. On our exhale, straighten the leg. We're going to come straight into triangle here. So shift forward, reaching the arms or the arm towards the sky, grabbing onto the shin, or even just pressing against the shin. Feel, lean back, gaze towards the right thumb. Feel your shoulder blades starting to magnetize towards one another, opening up through the front of the body. So pressing out into the outer right foot, lifting the inner and the outer arches, finding a little bit more length with that right arm, and then on the exhale, reverse your triangle. Enjoy this beautiful opening through the left side. Just notice the expansiveness through the ribs, allowing you to breathe a little deeper. We're almost there. Exhale, come all the way back to our Warrior 2 legs. Just for a moment here, coming into extended side angle. So bending the left arm, elbow connects to the thigh here, and we want that lifting sensation. So press down and up. Take your right hand, grab onto your back ribs as you pull them forward, and the left hip wraps in towards the midline at the same time. So pull it forward, spread the fingertips. Remember, active experience of each pose as you reach the arm forward, but then relax the shoulders into the back. Again, gaze can be towards the right thumb, just making sure that you're not releasing the neck completely back. Applying those energetic bandhas. Breathe. Really wrap everything in towards the midline. Press out into the blade edge side of the right foot. Find a little bit more length and space. Lifting the left ribs off the thigh. One more breath here. And on the exhale, we're going to come straight back into our Anjayasana. Take a transitional breath here. And then warrior one legs again. This time the right arm under the left. Got it right. So knee stacks over the ankle here. Pressing out into that back, blade edge side of the back foot. Reaching back, so a little bit of a back bend. Breathe. And then on the exhale, come back. Elbows in line with the shoulders, and then press the forearms away if that feels good for your left shoulder. Scoop the belly up. And then start to come up onto the ball of the right toes. Shift the weight into the left leg. Hug the left hip in. Really reach out with the fingertips. Make lift off as you press the right heel away from the body. Hug the outer hips in towards the midline. So press out with the heel. Stretch forward with the fingertips. Relax the face. Drop the right hip slightly, squaring them off. Really stand in your power here. Breathe. You got this. Almost there. On your exhale, bring the right leg like a pendulum. Try not to drop it. Alright, so, and I've just dropped it. Alright, try not to. Lift the right knee up. We're going to come into a figure four stretch here. So send the hips back, flex the toes. Breathe, find your balance. And maybe you cross the knees, double wrap, or just bring the toes down towards the earth. I should have mentioned that earlier. Bring the elbows in line with the shoulders. Press the forearms away. Scoop the belly up. Lift up. So option toe on the earth or double wrap. If you are, just hug everything in towards the midline. Hug the outer hips. Squeeze the legs. One more breath. And on the exhale, open up. Plant the right foot down. Bring the arms up towards the sky, cactus them, open up through the chart, mini back bend here. Interlace the hands, just a normal way this time. Extend the arms back as you peel the front shoulders back and down. Exhale, come into a forward fold. Relax through the head and neck. If you need to, keep the knees super bent. Breathe, catch your breath. Hopefully that's helped you stoke the fire within, help you feel into a sense of activity and motivation. Allowing you to connect to your truth, your inner power, and the sense of control that you can have within your body and your breath, even if the outside world feels out of your control. Exhale, releasing the hands. We're simply going to come all the way down into a seated position here. And we're going to come straight into our Shavasana, or straight down our backs first. So stave my count. Use the fire in the belly, everything that you've been cultivating to control yourself down. So peel the shoulders back and down. Spread the fingertips, slowly lower, vertebrae by vertebrae, creating that space. The legs start to extend as the spine grows long, opening the legs and come straight into a Shavasana. So if you need to shuffle the body, reorganize any part of the body that you need to feel this sense of balance, but also this sense of feeling really grounded, that all the parts of the body connected to the earth. The feet are a little bit more than hip width apart. Just maybe lift the shoulders, maybe draw them in towards the midline. Open up through the palms, relax. And to take 3 cleansing breaths here. So inhale, fill up. Taking in that sense of prana, life force. Exhale, open the mouth, release. Inhale. Inhaling strength, truth, inner power. Exhale, relinquishing any old stories that keep you from stepping into this power. Final breath here. Inhale. And on your exhale, open the mouth, let it all go. Shavasana.